we now get set for Schmoedown's first doubleheader of 2018, and it's two of the arguably most hyped matches and most anticipated matches that we've been waiting for a long damn time. It's the producer slash seducer. It's the wild man. It's the Godfather. It's the Beast. It's lots of beers. It's lots of beards. Well, let's not waste any more time. This is one of the best double headers that they've arguably ever done. So let's sit back and enjoy this next hour of fun on JTH Reacts to the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you.
So with the greatness that Schmoedown is giving us today, I think it's only fitting to start this match and video off with a pre-celebratory yay! Okay, now that that's over with, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Ding.
What's going on, guys? Now,
So obviously, a little bit of good news and a little bit of bad news. The bad news is, as you probably noticed, there's no reaction to World's Finest vs. Kingsman. I had that same stupid error happen that cost me to lose reaction that I did earlier last year, with which was the Bibbiani versus Kalinowski's second match, the one that was in the tournament. The good news is, however, I think I finally figured out what I'm doing wrong when I was doing those reactions, or more importantly, when I was recording them. And yeah, I think I can almost assure you that it's not going to happen again. So I guess I should say congratulations to World's Finest. It was a very fun match to actually see, and very enjoyable, very entertaining. Unfortunately, I wish I would have been able to post something, but it's not how the world works. So yeah, let's hope that there's no issues with this one, because obviously this would be a terrible one for that to happen on.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown here. Once again, you go to fullscreenlive.com.
So yeah, with the this was interesting because the undercard match, the Scarpino-Macuga match, is technically the Patreon exclusive match. Now, unfortunately, this is the first time I'm getting to see it, because I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the League of Extraordinary Psychics group to post the predictions thing, where you know, where we pick who we think is going to win. But I guess they decided that because it was a Patreon exclusive match and there were people that could see it, you know, beforehand, I guess to preserve the integrity of the prediction league, that they were not going to do Patreon exclusive matches, which, you know, I don't have any problem with that. It allows me to actually be able to take advantage of the tier and actually watch the match early now, because yeah, I was just waiting and waiting for them to put it up, so I didn't watch the match, and then when I found out they weren't going to do it, I was like, oh damn. I was like, well, now I guess the cool thing about it is now I can see how it looks in the actual version, and maybe when this is over, I'll check out the Patreon exclusive way it was done. Let's see if anything additional was cut from it. Scarpino. There was a lot of build to them potentially teaming up, and of course it didn't happen. Macuga and the Dagnio lookalike, who somehow has, you know, a rhyming name, but you know, we're not gonna Then, yeah, all the alcohol in the world. And wild berries. Wild berries! Wild berries! Uh-oh, it... Wrong sides. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. Mark in a Baltimore Orioles cap. Oh, that's a mistake. What a mistake that is. So because technically there was no prediction to make on this match, I guess I don't have to worry about hiding who I thought was going to win. I was really torn on this match when I first saw it because I wanted to pick Scarpino.
Yeah, I mean, quick,
the guys do, like you would think, but
ears are ringing from all the woos that were going on backstage.
But speaking of do, I mean, I don't think anyone's more do than Makuga, especially after how he was stinking it up, late into last year. I've just seen more from Akuga, and that's kind of a cop-out, I guess, since, he's been in a gazillion shit-tillion matches, but
but it just made sense. Like, these two, when Scarpino made his debut against Mark Bernard, you're like, well,
this is I'm not going to be upset if I'm wrong, but, I'm gonna go with Makuga
but then in his next match against
with no confidence at all.
And it looked like they were destined to be a team.
No, I do really want to see Scarpino win.
Happen. And so we don't
just like, I want to see Bibbiani win in the main event.
Going head to head
it's interesting you hit on that because I sense a bromance forming here, but
I was so hyped up for these matches I didn't even purchase any beverage for me to enjoy with the match. Damn shame.
So one of Makuga's parents and one of Scarpino's parents both hail from the Italian region of Calabrese. Their other parents both hail from the Italian region of Chuck E. Cheese. It's going to be a crazy matchup here today.
I like that only because I know how much research you put into it.
I literally Googled it.
I know.
Chuck E. Cheese.
But they do have kind of the same narrative if you look at it, because Scarpino
beards.
Beards for sure, but he's really good at trivia. The 0-2 record should not fool you.
No, it should.
He went up against
Bernard. He's lost
and he sat in a murderous
Bernard
row at the free for
lost to
and
Rachel.
still ended up scoring like 3 or 4 points.
So, yeah.
Makuga has been
unfortunately, those losses are expected, but he played great in both of them.
He was almost a champion. He has gone very far in the singles league. He's had some very memorable, magical matches.
Yeah, we don't need to be reminded of that game.
He's on a skid in the singles. He's 7-8 right now. Him and JTH, I think, are tied for the most matches ever in Schmoedown history. He needs a win, and Scarpino needs a win, so this is a match that needs to happen.
At the end of today, will everybody be saying Scarpino, oh my lord, what a win for Nick, or will they be saying Makuga, that guy in his luck? Congratulations, Josh.
You're on fire today, and I love the shirt.
Crushing
yeah,
it
wearing another one of them
Mark
gray, white
right,
Hawaiian shirts. Gotta love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
0-2 is definitely not where Scarpino wants to be right now. When I get on a plane to LA, I come here to win. I will not leave this place 0-3. Oh, he tells me Rachel Cushing, she's gonna go down easy. Oh, Mark Bernardine, they're gonna go down easy. You're putting a table of killers for the free for all, and I go in there and I get smashed. So I call up Harlan.
Yeah,
and I was like,
he had a lot of luck.
Christian, what are you doing, buddy? Throw me a softball on this one. Give me a little meat and potatoes, like a cold dish. And who does he bring me?
You got the softball himself, Josh McCoy.
That was different.
You're calling me a softball?
I'm not calling you a softball. I'm calling you a softball.
I think we're close enough friends that we would play on a softball team together.
Actually,
I am not a softball.
I actually asked him. I was like, "Can I just hang out with you?"
Softball team, or would they be a Team Natalia?
No, I know. I don't understand. You're part
Team
of the
Natalia softball league.
Wildberries, the greatest team in the history of the Schmoedown. You can buy T-shirts anywhere. Listen,
what happened to Beard to Beard? Our team, Beard to Beard. Remember when I said that in my exit interview and you said, cool, we're on the team now, Beard to Beard?
Man.
I'm just saying. I've been betrayed once, not going to happen again.
It would have been Beard to Beard, but now it's Beard versus Beard in the ultimate
Beard.
singles.
I think I got you both beat.
Asking for this, I am currently the master of playing in matches.
I actually trimmed it up.
I'm coming off
Tell?
a knockout.
Of course you can't tell.
And I love you as a
just
person,
so
as a
manly,
friend, as a
beard.
brother in beard, but I'm going to have to beat you today. I'm sorry, man.
As one of the only other Italians in Los Angeles,
There's
sir,
like
it
50
pains me to
gajillion
say
of them.
You are going down hard. Hard.
I could play a lot of jokes there about going down hard, but I'm not. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to put my best foot forward. Nick Scarpino, Italian versus Italian, beard versus beard, friend versus friend, in the ultimate Schmoedown.
That's not the ultimate Schmoedown. You're not good enough.
Look, no surprise there.
Fun
Scarpino's
on
in the middle of giving,
Schmoedown.
his speech about how he wants to come back, and McCougar just crashes the interview, and then they look like they're ready to just go out and
Have a drink. Well, they're going to do that anyway. Come on now, we know that.
Way late. We're in March now, Mark.
I know, it's great to be here. Madness.
Way to show your cards. All right, so let's get to the tail of the tape. There you go, Josh.
Where's
McCougar and
drinking?
Scarpino have
Shouldn't
very
drinking be
similar
on there?
Strengths. You've got 80s.
Yeah,
movies,
Pittsburgh
action
trivia.
movies.
We saw
And
that one
what's
coming.
what else is that strength? Read that right there, Mark. What's that say?
I think it says Journey Knowledge.
Journey
Would
Knowledge.
be early
Guessing that's
Journey
the
before
band.
Steve Perry joined the band. We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Movie
time for
trivia
the movie
Schmoedown!
Schmoedown!
Yay! Yay, 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 yay.
Introducing first, representing
Kinda funny. How about very funny?
Of 0 wins, 2 defeats. He is
Creepy
the
hands.
producer/seducer, Nick.
Wait, I can't dance. I'm being seduced.
He knows how to make an entrance. Look at him.
Where are the girls?
Taking a call.
Girls.
All business here.
No!
Nick Scarpino.
Ah, perfect
You know,
entrance
maybe the most
ruined.
confident 0-2 player we've ever seen.
Ever, because like I said, the 0-2, it should
Goes
not be
0-2, loses the girls.
My name
No!
So that's good.
Scarpino.
And his opponent, representing the Wildberries, with a record of 7 wins, 8 defeats.
Lots of wins
He's the
and lots of
2014
losses.
Ultimate Schmoedown finalist, the Wildman, Josh.
Hey, I do the thumb all the time.
I love you, Josh. Where's the dance?
There's a nice hug.
Where's the dance?
Cougar and Scarpino.
He's waiting for it, he's waiting. And there's the dance, there it is, the famous McCougar Wildman
The dance that took down
Oh,
Derek
there it is,
Huff
there it is.
once upon a time.
Wax it off.
He added a step there at the end. He's Wildberry.
He has defeated international television superstars with his dancing. Can he defeat Nick Scarpino with his movie trivia knowledge?
Well, the Wildberries are going to be the first team match ever at the live event on March.
That's a
15th.
dance that would go
Dear
direct
God,
to
are we
CD.
already close to that.
All right, well, we are at a singles match here. Mark, tell us the rules for round number 1.
In round number 1, each competitor and the field indeed is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Once we ask the question up here, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you with the marker provided so kindly by us. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no sniffing of the markers. There is no penalty for missing a question
Not
in
tempting.
round 1.
Question real quick. So if you get them all right, you get a bonus. But because we're like really good at being entertaining and also handsome and have beards, if we get 5 right, can we get a
8
bonus?
questions in round 1.
Well, I'm me, so if I get 2 right, does that mean I can get a bonus
Scarpino, you
question?
ready?
Absolutely.
Let's get ready to
Woo!
Schmoedown! Round number 1. Here we go, guys. In the category of animated, here you go. Your first question.
Animated.
You'll find characters. By
Oh,
the
what a
name
shot.
of
Just started
Chico,
watching this again
Nick
for Movie
Wilde,
Battleground.
and Judy
Spoilers.
Hopps. In what animated film? Favorite animated
I think you
movie of
mean
all
Nick
time.
Scarpino, not Nick Hobbs.
Hops.
My favorite of all
Off to a
time.
bang on this
animated
one.
movie.
Probably still.
Zootopia.
5,
Wonderful movie.
3,
I don't know anymore.
2, 1. 10's down. All right, McCougar.
Okay, I know this movie.
So you got nothing.
No.
Animals is incorrect. Nick.
I just wrote an I and an
Ian?
N. Nothing really
All
there.
right, so you're both
Just-
wrong. It's Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Yay,
I
I'm
knew
winning.
it. I knew it.
I'm winning.
What
Oh,
an
man.
effort.
Still
Guys,
tied for first.
Still on track for that bonus point.
Yeah.
And I'm
These
halfway
two laying
there.
it all out there on the movie trivia desk. Your next category comes from the world of comedy.
Ha ha, me.
Your question is, in Happy Gilmore, who plays Hal L., the sadistic orderly who runs the nursing home?
No, they look like they both know that. I mean,
Happy Gilmore. What
You
happened
go
to
to
that?
sleep.
Adam?
Or I
Right.
will
No,
put
Can I
you to
tell
sleep.
him? So
What?
No, I got it. I got it.
4,
Took you a second.
Ben
3,
Stiller. Bonus question for me.
1. All right, how are they working?
Ben Stiller.
That's correct.
Thank
Makuga.
Ben
Yay!
There you go, 1-1.
I get 2. Bonus question.
What
They share
a
the
great
same.
performance.
All right, here we go. Category
Tasty.
3 is dramas, gentlemen. Dramas.
Ooh.
Who directed Black Swan?
Ooh.
Oh.
Black Swan. Not to be confused with Swan Lake, a ballet I attended last night.
Or not to be
was lovely.
confused
You know
with-
you've never been to a ballet. You shut it.
I went to one once. Don't recommend it.
No.
No.
There you go.
Four,
F. Gary Gray.
You know what's worse?
2,
Musicals.
1.
I like musicals.
Makuga.
Darren Aronofsky.
You got it.
Oh,
Scorpino.
that guy.
There you go. There we go. So here we go.
I'd like to challenge that. His Aronofsky looks a lot like you. It's kind of.
It's got an I instead of a
Aaron
Y.
spelling? No, yeah, no.
Spelling is,
how did you
Spelling
pronounce
is
it?
Aronofsky.
Okay. Yes.
I'm
All
just. I'm.
All right. I thought he said Aronofsky. All right.
I'm
here
more
we
of a
go.
Come on
jukebox
now.
fan,
Let's
so-
not get.
Makuga, the
believe
boy
that.
that cried
Let's not get
Aronofsky
crazy
on
on
the desk.
spelling.
Your next question comes from the world of horror thrillers. Don't worry, Josh, there's no killers in the studio today. In 2017's Split, how many girls are kidnapped at the beginning of the film?
2 or 3.
That's Split.
You know what's crazy is I've seen the beginning of Split like 4 times, but I've never made it past minute 10.
4.
Yeah.
I'll say it's 3.
Sorry,
Foster
Costa.
might leave.
2.
You didn't get to the part
apologize.
with Samuel L. Jackson in it?
1.
No.
Oh,
Is
that's
he
a
in
great
it?
part.
Pens down. All right. So Nick.
Oh, yay.
That's correct. Makooks.
3.
There you go. Tie
Hey,
game.
we're all tied.
It is. It's happening.
We're all great.
It's
Man.
happening.
We all have beer.
Next
You
question.
share a brain.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out there before we go to the next question.
Yeah.
Is a team allowed to have 3 members? Because I would like to invite Nick Scarpino to be
To
a
be a
member
Wildberry?
of the Wildberry.
I would like to accept.
If he moves to LA and goes out of North California.
Let's call my
So
wife.
much for
We
that.
have a Northern Berries.
Northern, he can start the
Berries.
division in Northern California. I
Christian,
like
I'd be up for the
Northern
Wildberries
Berries.
moving to
That
San
sounds fun.
Francisco.
Hey,
I appreciated that joke.
I
very
did
much
too.
so.
That was a good
Lost
one,
on the
Mark.
crowd.
It was lost in the crowd. But it was
Lost
brilliant.
on the
It was
competitors.
brilliant. All right,
I
here we
lost
go.
myself in your shirt, Mark. It's delightful.
All right, here you should say
Spicy.
nothing on shirts, sir. Action adventure is your next category, gentlemen. What does John McClane use to swing down from the top of the tower to avoid the explosion in the first Die Hard?
Did you guys just pick questions about movies that I love?
You wish you had him against Kalinowski, don't you?
Yeah, Jesus.
Josh is that guy that
5,
rides in his friends' cars with his feet out the window because he's extra
It's
It's a great way
relaxed.
to air out
3,
your feet.
The fire hose.
2, 1,
trick.
pens down. McCoogs,
It would be a
Oh, yay.
fire
that
hose.
would be correct. Scorpino.
Firehouse.
There you
The
go.
thing that
Okay,
the
next
3
question.
Stooges tried to do.
Let's just stop and watch
From
that.
the
That's
world
failed.
of
sounds fun.
1980s movies.
Hey, we're
came
all
out
still
the decade
tied
of
with
the
4.
1980s. What was the name of Doc Brown's dog
Oh,
in
I remember this question from
1985's
somewhere else.
Back to the Future.
Oh, I know.
Stealing some plutonium.
Did you say 85 or 55?
If it's Back to the Future, I'm guessing it's
do you wanna
85.
use the JTE rule.
Justin Timberlake?
5,
You want to use a JTE?
No,
four,
I'll keep it.
Einstein.
2, 1,
Just
pens
Timberlake,
down. All right, and Scorpino.
Einstein?
Correct.
Einstein.
There you go.
See, Mark, I didn't
Great
need that
Scott,
old JTE
Marty.
rule.
This
I need you getting in
We're all
me
still
like
tied. Great
Marco
Scott.
Palazzo, you jerk.
So, question number 7. Question number 7. Fantasy sci-fi. Besides Leonard Nimoy, who plays Spock in the rebooted Star Trek movie?
Did you know Dr. Spock wrote a book about how to raise babies?
How do you know that?
Yeah, I read a lot of stuff on the toilet.
No, you
Yes,
don't.
Tiger
5.
Woods
It's all Redskin
biographies,
stuff. 3,
magazines,
Write a lot.
2,
Write a lot of
watching
Dr.
Redskins,
Pinto.
1,
baby rearing.
pens down, Makuga.
Zach Quinto from Pittsburgh.
That's true.
Zachary Quinto.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've
I don't
got
know
6.
who
This
could
is
ever miss a
officially the
question on
best
anything related to
match I've ever
Pittsburgh.
had.
Correct.
All right,
Right.
here we go.
Greatest
Next
city in these
last
United
one.
States.
That's
Last
something.
All right,
Something.
romantic comedies. What is the name of Makuga's uncle's bar in Pitt? Sorry, I read the wrong one.
Oh, it's a place for romance and comedy.
Romantic comedies in The Devil Wears Prada. What
Great
star
movie.
of TV's The Mentalist plays Christian Thompson, a handsome writer that Anne Hathaway's character sleeps with
Never watched The
during her
Mentalist,
trip
so I couldn't
to
tell you.
Paris?
But I'll gladly take my 6 out of 8.
Funny,
Have you ever been
funny
there?
story
never been
about
there.
this actor. I saw him at a bar.
I know for a
Ordered
fact
from
that's the
waitress
best
and
round
I
I've
said,
ever
"Sure
had.
You know what she's gonna ask.
Asleep, but it had a
2,
nice end there.
1,
Like,
pens down, Scarpino.
Nobody knows that guy's name.
Does Makuga know it?
Simon Baker.
That's correct.
Oh,
Makuga knows
okay.
it.
Wow.
Makuga
Gosh.
takes a. This is Makuga of old here. We haven't seen this Makuga in probably
My
6
mom
or 7
watches
months.
The Mentalist. That's the only
Makuga
reason
kind
I know.
of breaking rank with what's happening because now he's one ahead of Scarpino. I thought these guys were friends, Christian. All of a sudden, a rift has formed here.
This
All
is
right.
my nightmare.
We have 1
This is
point.
my nightmare.
1 point here. So now we get to round number 2. Mark, how's it work?
In round number 2, affectionately known as the wheel
That
round,
wheel
each competitor
round.
gets a spin at that thar wheel. Each wheel slice contains 6 questions of varying degrees of difficulty. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check to multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to
Try to
1.
observe the
Keep in
wheel,
mind,
see if there's
competitors,
anything
there
that I
is
know,
stealing
and more
available
importantly, things that I
in
don't know, which I will
round
probably be able to
numero
point out a
two.
lot of them.
So
A
Coach, you
lot
have a 1 point lead
of
here
them.
over Nick. Do you want to spin the wheel first, or do you want to go second?
You know, I mean, I think Nick's here in LA. And be the gentleman. I'm letting him.
Very
speak
nice,
first.
very
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Scarpino's gonna
You're a
go.
gentleman and a scholar.
Do you think this lasts for 3 rounds?
No.
Do you think they eventually start yelling at each other?
No, I mean this isn't Dagnino.
Listen
and
to it.
Makuga.
For
Makuga's been in some
listening
high
to the
profile-
constant through all
directors,
these
coming
years
of
has
age,
been
Rex
But
Scarpino's
Makuga's been
James
very
especially
high
Bond.
profile
sports.
matches.
And the spin.
Couldn't see what
He's
decade
rooting
that
for the Black
was.
Swan.
Good spin.
Natalie.
He wants Portman.
Nat-
Yeah.
what, Natalie Portman, I'm guessing, was on
Easier
there.
He
chant
get
is
Natalie.
Portman.
Oh, there it is, right there.
What?
90s.
Christian doesn't have quite enough
Adventure.
momentum
And
to
again,
get there. He's going to
Director.
get
Directors.
directors.
Ooh.
do you want to stick with directors or spin again? He's going to listen to
The
the
girls
crowd.
I'd spin it again.
I think
The very Price
there's
is
a lot
Right
of
of
directors
Scarpino.
out there.
Here's the spin. Oh, he's doing it
Oh,
again.
that's a nice spin right there.
Natalie,
another
Natalie,
Natalie chant.
Never
Natalie.
heard before. Here is the
No,
Natalie
we got a
chant.
street. We got a street
It's
chant. before,
easier
never
to
know it.
chant Portman.
You can chant Portman.
Portman.
Not going to be
bad.
Portman, but it could be.
Portman. Portman.
Oh, action
Coming of age.
adventure.
Coming of age.
Coming of age movies, Scarpino will have to stick with
Stick with
that.
it? I thought it was a strength
Christian,
of his.
I will defer to you as to who you want to ask the questions to.
That was amazing.
You like that?
All the way
Can't see
around. That was good.
anyone.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and ask Nick?
Coming of age movies. Nick Scarpino, your first question. What seminal drama marked the first movie of Ice Cube in an acting role?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Juice, B, Boys in the
Definitely
Hood,
not Straight
C,
Outta
Menace
Compton.
to Society, D, Straight Outta Compton?
Can
Excuse
you repeat
me.
those one more time, please?
Is it A, Juice, B, Boys in the Hood, C, Menace to Society, or D, Straight Outta Compton?
I'm gonna say juice.
Dang.
That is incorrect, Josh Makuga.
I want to say Boys in the Hood.
Ooh.
Give him a point.
Boy, Makuga taking a steal
What was he in
there.
Boys in the Hood? He was the brother who was the gangster. Remember?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Juice was way too late. That was not the guess.
I thought it was
Doughboy,
right.
wasn't it?
Doughboy.
Yeah.
Correct. Doughboy.
I was gonna say
yes.
New Jack City, but
Question
just
2.
makes it all of them.
Your next question, in the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower,
Shot in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Should have stuck with directors.
who played Charlie's English teacher and mentor, Mr. Anderson?
Give me multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Dylan McDermott, B,
Oh,
Tom
like
Savini,
Paul Rudd.
C, Paul Rudd, or D, Nicholas Braun?
I'm gonna go with Paul.
Thank
Rudd.
you, Manning
point.
Franks.
Got it.
I
Well
remember
done.
that
I
name.
didn't even know
That
the
movie
three
sounded
actors.
familiar. I was like,
That movie,
oh
I just
yeah.
like Paul Rudd.
Manning picked that
That's great.
movie.
Your next question.
Good in Ant-Man.
This movie
In
based on a graphic novel.
1987's Adventures in Babysitting, what actor is credited as playing Thor, the truck driver?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Well,
Oh, God.
how does he know that?
a
What
good
a
one.
random
It's my wife's
nugget
favorite movie.
of trivia there.
She loves that movie. Chicago, shot Chicago. John Hughes.
Woo! Woo! Midwest.
Nick Scarpino, your last question. You've achieved a lead on Josh Makuga, a feat only done by 17 other competitors. Who directed Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer?
Mark
Man.
Webb.
2 more points.
He should have kept it
for Nick
director.
Scarpino, and all of a sudden Makuga is looking up at
Also
Nick
the Spider-Man.
Scarpino.
That
Amazing
was-
Spider-Man.
That was 499 days too many, in my opinion.
All right, Makuga, you're up on the wheel.
Wheel.
Makuga's
Come
gonna
on,
now
Josh.
spin, and Makuga has had great luck in the past here, too.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was known in
Come on.
2016. He had a wonderful run.
Little dance that he's
He
got.
beat
That
JTH.
direct to CD dance.
in a
Also
memorable
from
match.
Pittsburgh, the
Here we
Charlton.
go. There's the spin.
Come on.
Did you know Josh has 10
Get some
minutes of
sports.
stand-up based on 500 Days of Summer? Oh, there's Scarpino getting in there, too. These guys, shocking to hear they've been laid. And we are about to get to the slice that he spun.
Come on,
Is it
sports.
gonna be opponent's choice?
No!
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Okay, but Christian, what does Scarpino do here? Because they've been so friendly, so now Scarpino does have the option to give his buddy Josh Macuga a good win.
Natalie.
He's going to go for it.
Oh.
Natalie.
He's going for it.
Natalie.
He wants Natalie Portman. Okay.
You can't spin it again. He's going to go to Natalie Portman. Wow.
This is everything that it was billed to be.
I don't know if this is a good or bad category. I just really
I
like
don't
Natalie
either.
Portman.
Just ask a bunch of questions about
Leon the
beautiful-
professional.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
All right, here we go. Macuga,
I think I'm going to be all tuckered out. We still got another match after
Natalie
this.
Portman film. Who directed Natalie in Leon, the Professional?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, man.
he won
You
it.
know, this is like,
I gotta think about this.
I'm going to need multiple choice.
5, 4.
Multiple
He went to
choice.
multiple.
Oh, you're okay. A. Luc Besson. B. John Woo. C. John Frankenheimer. D. Catherine Bigelow.
As much as I love the name John Frankenheimer, it's Luc Besson.
For 1 point. All right.
I knew it. I knew
Clap
it.
for him.
Directed by John Frankenheimer.
All right, I got it.
It's a great name for like movie commercials. It doesn't matter what the movie is. Slappy in the Egg, directed by John Frankenheimer.
Natalie's character lives with epilepsy in what film?
Garden State.
There you go.
Okay.
2 points.
She got that
Oh,
fire.
Shot in
okay.
Pittsburgh.
No girl ever looked finer in a helmet than Natalie Portman.
Pittsburgh, Garden State.
Okay.
Yeah, Garden State.
All right. Released in 2005, what was the first film for which Natalie Portman received her first Oscar nomination?
Oh. You said 2005. Can you repeat the question?
That's your first one. Released in 2005, what was the first film for which Natalie Portman received her first Oscar nomination?
I'm going to need multiple choice on this one.
A. Garden State. B. Closer. C. Parisia Tem. D. The Darjeeling Limited. Darjeeling Limited. Excuse me.
The Darjeeling Limited.
Darjeling Limited. I
The
can't
Tough
Darling
round there for
Limited.
Christian
Let me
Harlow.
do it
The
again.
Darling Limited, ladies and gentlemen.
I said Darjeeling. Whatever.
The Darth
It's all
Maul
oozing
Limited.
over.
You got it,
All
big
the
guy.
comedy and humor and goofs and botches and bloopers and blunders.
I think it's Closer.
And you'd be right.
Yeah.
He's got a lead.
Great movie.
Still better than
In the lead.
he
I
was
was
acting.
sexy.
3 points.
There was a little bit of Natalie.
All right,
Natalie.
Your last
Surgery
one.
on himself
Last
and
question.
Nick.
Natalie Portman describes what comedy title character as almost too good-looking during a short cameo?
Whoa.
Almost too good. Short cameo, almost too. I'm gonna need multiple choice on this one.
A. Zoolander. B. Scott Pilgrim. C.
Gotta be-
Austin
gotta be
Powers.
Zoolander.
D. Ron Burgundy.
I'm gonna say Zoolander.
Yeah.
1 point.
Yeah.
for
That makes
Macuga.
sense.
Okay.
He was a big fan of the first
Okay.
Zoolander.
It
I
was.
am, I
So
am.
He's got himself a 2-point
That could have been
lead
much
going
worse.
into the third round.
He's at least
and then
got a
Mark
lead.
has
That's
the
probably
third
the
round
best
work.
thing that can
In
happen.
round number 3, we are going to get a series of 3 numbers from each
Two.
competitor, ranging from
Two.
1 to 20.
Always
Josh's going to get your
pick
numbers
two.
first. Each number corresponds to a movie category up here at the answer desk. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your second question is worth 3 points, and your last question, should we make it that far, is worth 5 points. Joshua Hercules, what 3 letters / numbers would you like?
I'm gonna go Jerome Bettis 36, Louis Lips 88, and
Don't think
Greg
works.
Lloyd 95.
None of those are from 1 to 20.
Correct.
I would
Sorry,
also
those
like
were-
95.
I'm gonna go 3, 9, 19.
Not a 2 in sight there.
Thank you guys. Great numbers. If I
Scarpino.
do say so
I'm
myself.
going to go 13,
Whoa.
14,
Ah!
15.
All right. So here we
No
go.
one
Start
picked
with
2.
Don't mix
You
it up.
both
Keep it tight.
lose, damn it.
Scarpino. Nick gets a 2-pointer here to tie the game and send it back to Macuga. Category new releases.
Ooh.
New
Clear
releases.
the mechanism.
Who voiced the Boss
Outball
Baby
one.
in, you guessed it, The Boss Baby?
Yay!
2 points, ties it
Whoa.
up, throws it back to Macuga.
You were a big fan of that movie.
I like that movie.
Was it a
Second only
good-
to
Yeah,
Rock
it's
Dog
good.
that year.
Yeah,
I watched 10 minutes when
Macuga
I played.
has
Didn't like it.
category 3.
Josh Macuga, we go to you for 2 points and the lead. Your question is from the category of
Since
1930.
Macuga used to repeat. I don't remember
I
repeat
mean
being used.
80.
Maybe I completely,
Alright.
Who plays Goose in
yeah, I
Top
completely
Gun?
missed that
Oh,
repeat.
man. Oh, what? Anthony Edwards.
Nice one. Nice
I was
pull,
gonna
Josh.
say
Michael,
about
I was
that.
going to say Michael Anthony Edwards, and then
I was going to say Anthony Hopkins. That would have been
and
amazing.
then Michael Anthony Hopkins, yes.
We're going back to Scarpino for his three-pointer. Christian.
You chose 14 for your three-pointer. Category of sports.
Home run, touchdown.
My
Oh.
least favorite category.
All right. Who played the manager of the Oakland A's in Moneyball?
Brad Pitt.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Incorrect.
The most confident I've ever seen an incorrect
The
answer.
only person he knew in the movie, Brad Pitt, it was actually
It
Philip
wasn't
Seymour-
Jonah Hill.
It was
Philip
Seymour
Seymour
Hoffman.
Hoffman was the
No,
manager.
he's the
You're thinking of the owner.
manager.
All right, so now it comes
It's
down
not
to
the
the
general
five-pointer.
manager. The
Now,
manager.
Scarpino hits it. It goes back to Makuga. But if he misses it, Josh Makuga will have his
always
first
doing
victory since defeating Tom
Ooh.
Dagnino last year.
That was a
All right, here we go.
Right, Dick.
All right, it's the truth.
Okay.
What do we do? 15. Category 15. You chose Tom Hanks movie.
The answer is Brad Pitt.
Tom. All right. In the
Philadelphia.
Green Mile.
Oh, sorry.
In the Green Mile, who plays the prison warden, Hal Morris? 5, 4, 3.
I'm going to say Gary Sinise.
oh
Your winner!
man, that's unfortunate. You
Better
can't catch a
swing.
break.
Scarpino left it all out there. You can see the exasperation. You can see the exhaustion.
Yeah, the answer was James Cromwell.
James Cromwell. He can talk to pigs and he can walk someone down a Green Mile. Makuga coming over to console his buddy after his loss.
But Makuga, who
James Gonwell.
Oh, was it? Now he's throwing some shade, Christian. I don't know how these
He did
post-game
it.
interviews are going to go.
he did the Wildberries dance, almost did it right out the door, but he didn't. But Makuga's back here. He's 8-8. He got himself back to 500. Now the question: who he's going to play next? But Makuga just ate it.
You got to take the wheels.
Makuga just ate it. All right.
That chair comes hot.
It comes in hot. A couple people almost ate it, and Makuga did eat it. So that's a blooper for the Patriots.
Well, apparently it was a
All right,
blooper
so
for
then
us
we
too.
Also, Nick Scarpino now.
Well, that would have been a great blooper for
what
just the
does he do
Patreon
next?
group.
We're going to have to find out as we talk to Brianne Chandler.
Brianne
who's with
Chandler?
Both Scarpino and Makuga together. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans and patrons? I'm Brianne Chandler here with first place finisher Josh Makuga and second
still
place
going with
finisher
that.
Nick Scarpino.
Second place. He lost.
That's
And I won.
also known as second
Yeah,
place.
come
Yes,
on.
I'm
Come
trying
on,
to change the
Makuga.
verbiage here, you know.
Got it. That's smart. It's less
Yes.
bullying, less cyberbullying.
Here's what I liked. Okay, Nick, here's what I really liked. I enjoyed that you
I
both.
wanted that Patreon belt. I wanted it back.
There's no
The pa-
Patreon belt.
There is a
Wait.
Patreon belt. I'm making it.
Are you
It's-
making it?
No, I'm not.
Can I
gonna
have
do Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
I love how in sync you guys both were when you came out for your entrances. Both had that arm through the curtain as the first thing. Did you coordinate that?
No, we just great minds think alike, and
Listen,
we have great forearms. The
You
two
know,
of us. Show
listen.
them your forearms. Show them the babies. Show them the babies.
You know how it goes. Listen, don't work out any other muscle in your body, just your forearms. That
You
was
like
Lou
Popeye.
Ferrigno's choice. That was Schwarzenegger's choice. That was Stallone's choice. They're big
And
forearms.
Popeye. You forgot
I feel like
Popeye.
I'm digressing.
The greatest
What
example of
the
that.
people know is that Hugh Jackman may be in the movie The Greatest Showman, but the greatest showmen in the history of the Schmoedown are Nick Scarpino and Josh Makuga. If you wanted us in every match, we would do it, and we would still score about the same. Now listen, are we the greatest competitors? No, but we are hands down the most entertaining. That's why the Northern Berries will join forces with the Wild Berries
Whoa.
at some point down the line for a three-way team live match, live from Carnegie
Carnegie
Hall.
Hall.
Carnegie Hall.
4,000 people, all the belts, none that we wear, just from friends that bring belts.
Wow, this bromance is bigger than when Christian
Yep.
met Dino's Pizza.
Yes.
I don't even know what to do with this
Yep.
bromance. All right, okay, Nick, I gotta know.
That was a lot
so
funnier
are
than
you-
it probably should
I
have
mean,
been.
Are you gonna keep doing it?
Simply because I don't know how that started.
Better
The
efforts.
thing is that I had a great time today. As you guys know, I'm one of the most requested people to come back to LA. People love me, back by Pop Man. And I got to hang out with two of my favorite people, Josh and the big man up there. I mean, big man up there.
Big man up there. Like, oh, okay. I was thinking something completely
No,
different.
not God.
Now you're at 8-8.
Yeah, solid
what-
500. I feel like my whole life, 16 matches. My whole life has been about 500. Some wins, some losses, some knockouts. You know, all of that combined to make me probably the greatest competitor that's ever been at 500. in the history of the movie trivia Schmoedown.
So what's next for you?
Well, listen, I think that my heart was stepped on and I was betrayed by a little guy by the name of Cody Hall. He may be 27 in years, but he's 18 in vision. And when I come in at a solid 500, 8-8, 552 points scored in the history of the Schmoedown, they are all coming for Cody Hall. We had a fantasy thing together, we had a great life planned, and you went and threw it all away.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So look out, Cody
Look
Hall.
out, Cody Hall. Yeah, what a throwdown of a challenge.
Wildberries versus the Real Rejects, March 15th at the L Portal Theater. So join us for that. Thank you so much for joining us. Back to you guys.
Scorpino's just.
Natalie Portman. Natalie.
As you could imagine, it was pretty wild back there. No pun intended. Makuga calling out Cody Hall, saying he doesn't like where he went with Lon. The fact that he
I
went
was
with Lon
surprised
Harris.
to see that. Yeah, some anger
too.
in his eyes.
Will it happen? Will it happen? We do not know. We'll have to see. All right, and so cops are shaking his head. Can't believe that happened and that I didn't.
You know,
he's so upset.
He's still got the competitive fire Copter does, and he infuses all of that in the glares he gives us during the shoot.
Right. Okay, so that's it. That's the match so far between Scarpino and Makuga. It was everything I thought it would be.
Yes, it was.
Crazy.
That was
a good match. They knew
that was fun.
Things.
Yeah, I mean, I liked watching it. It was such an entertaining match, but these guys do know some stuff about movies, and I'm happy.
But
to
it's
see
all
between the two
secondary.
of them,
This is
they've
all about the
accumulated
entertainment.
8 victories in the Schmoedown.
Yeah, well, that's very true. Okay, so now that is the first match here. Again, for all you patrons, you got to see this match 1 week early, and for everyone else, get ready, because now you've
scrolling in the
waited,
list, the
you've got
$20
now
people.
You're going to have McWeeny versus Bibbiani. It's coming up in just a few.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and here we go. It's the Schmoedown Breakdown.
And your winner!
Makuga's performance today is the best of his entire
Yay!
career.
That's true. He
There's
was
one
always that
question on the
13-point
day.
consistent
As for
dude.
Scarpino, who's faced strong performances in his previous 2 matches, fell victim once again to a stellar performance from his opponent. Makuga cruised to a 15-13 victory. Now, Scarpino hovered right around his lifetime average of 68% by answering 10 of 15 in this match. But Makuga's play today cannot be overlooked. After missing the first question of the match,
All 3 components combined
the
are
next
average
13 in a row,
88%
including a
accuracy.
steal
Oh my
opportunity.
goodness.
Today's appearance ties him with JTH for the most singles matches at 16.
Best
and
performance
coincidentally,
of
we now have
entire
records of
career.
For all things Schmoedown Stats, go to ST Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on iTunes and YouTube. This has been your Schmoedown.
Thank you, Frankie Stats Janish, Part 1.
I had a lot of anger in me last year. It was a rough time in Beastland, and the time away from the Schmoedown has given me an opportunity to reflect and relax and come to terms with the beast within. So you're going to see a new kind of beast here in the Schmoedown this season.
I'm hungry this year. I want to start setting up competitors, people that I have to go head-to-head with, people that are going to push me and challenge me. I think this is a really good place to start. I'm going to make my mark this season, and I'm going to leave a wake of bodies in my trail.
Oh my god, come on, beast. Shh. Hello, Ken. Hello, Mark.
Today's card.
I'm Ken Knapsack. That's Mark Riley. We're giving Christian and Mark a little bit of a break, so they can go back, have some crafty. Sometimes I'm on.
They can go have a little bit of bubbly.
I'm glad to see you.
Well, I'm glad to see you too, Mr. Knapsack. It's good to have you here. This version.
What do you think about that first match? Josh McCouga, Nick Scarpino.
Good match. It was a good match. Good to see the Wildmen back in the ring. Good to see Nick Scarpino back in the ring. And McCouga looked pretty good there for coming back in. I know he's a part of the Wildberries,
who now have a tradition of
win, but,
losing.
There it is, but McCouga was back. They have the fans, and McCouga pulls out the victory.
And, of course, you would have seen that match, McCouga, Scarpino, a week early. Special on Patreon.
Which I would have if I had known earlier that we weren't picking the match.
Wonderful rewards like that, Mark Riley. But speaking of rewards, MarkRiley, we have a reward here. Main event time. Drew.
This is the main event
the beast,
of the evening.
Two titans of the Schmoedown. Bibbiani has had some missteps. He was anointed the next champion, but he's faltered a little bit. And Drew McWeeny
He's
is
not faltered. He's played
reckoned.
great.
So this should be
just can't
two
win.
interesting people taking on the Schmoedown.
Frustrating.
Right, and growl, William Bibbiani, I know what you're saying. When you get anointed early, that brings its own pressure, but I still think he is one of the reasons people tune in. He is such a force, such a personality, and both these guys have some comments right now.
Hey everybody, growl, missed you. You in the back, you there, nice shirt. I had a lot of anger in me last year. It was a rough time in Beastland, and I think the time away from the Schmoedown has given me an opportunity to reflect and
get more angry,
relax and come to terms with the beast within.
I gotta admit, I kind of went away at the end of last season licking some wounds and thinking about how I had approached the season. And I think the difference was after that team tournament,
it's going to suck seeing either of these guys lose.
And I really got a taste for how to play this game well. I realized that I had been kind of floating through the singles stuff and having fun and, racking points up and stuff, but I did not take it seriously. So I went away and I kind of thought about it, and I'm hungry this year.
We were considered the next big thing together. I think it's because we look exactly the same. But, last year kind of didn't quite go the way anyone expected. So I think we're both really, really glad to be facing off against each other now, where there's a little less pressure, where neither of the competitors are JTH. So this is a good environment. This is a relaxed environment. I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to face Drew.
I think there's been some expectation for Bibbiani and I to go head-to-head, and I think part of that is because, he looks like a clone of mine that someone stopped making halfway through. But I think also it's because he brings a lot of knowledge to the table, and that is clearly something where it then comes down to the game, and it then comes down to how quick you are with recalling things and pulling things up, and that's where I think I have him. I've been watching Bibbiani's matches, and I think he gets in his own head. And if he doesn't, I'll get in his head for him.
Oh, man. Jeez, I don't even know if I can do one of my patented giant intros. I think I just might just pop out this time. I think I'll just pop out.
When I accept a match this year, that is the same thing as me putting a hit out on somebody. If they get in my way, they're going down. Because this season, I'm serious about this. I want a belt. I would love a team belt. Maybe I'll just take Sam's, and then he can share one with me as well. We'll see what happens.
All right, there you hear it. Game time. Game time. This is like unmovable object versus like the unmovable object. They're just.
Well, if it's unmovable object and unmovable object, then nobody would attack each other because they can't move.
I can't wait.
It would be like this.
Get started.
All right, a little tail of tape action. The
can't attack each other. They don't move.
McWeeny,
Bad reference, Ken.
Basically everything.
Got you.
Classics,
80s.
You got served,
90s.
son.
I mean, there's nothing this guy doesn't know.
70s movies,
But,
80s
you know,
movies,
the
90s
same
movies,
could be
2000s,
said
60s,
for
50s,
the
40s,
Beast
30s,
William Bibbiani
1830s movies.
Oscars, directors. These are two well-rounded competitors. So, with that said, Mark, are you ready?
I'm ready to see these two in action. Let's get it started.
And it's
Movie
time for
trivia
the movie
Schmoedown.
Schmoedown. Introducing first, with a record of 3 wins and 3 defeats and 1 knockout, representing the Growling Commandos, here is William the Beast Bibbiani.
We're waiting for Bibbs. Not here.
The music?
Yeah, the music's playing.
Is Adam Smith, Cody Hall? Nah, Cody just presses buttons randomly. I don't think he does. I don't. Can I get someone from? Did you eat across the street today too? I've done that. We'll just wait. Could I get like a commissioner? Okay. Can we? Copster, can you get a bag? Copster, can you? My God! What in the hell? Wow. Okay. Well, it looks like Mark Riley has died. I'm going to need to notify his next of kin, but you know what? I'm here to announce, finally, I get the opportunity to do the,
Hi, Christian.
What is...
No, I already made the funeral arrangements for Mark Riley, and
send his widow a massage.
No, he's going to be all right. Fortunately, I don't know how. We've got great doctors here.
But are you here to tell me who's going to announce next to me, or?
Yeah, I do. You want me to announce who's coming in?
Please let me know. Is Emma coming?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ken's replacement, the true commissioner and former champion, Christian Hall. That's me.
Oh, that's me. Just to remind everybody.
That's a funny joke, but I don't want to
just
be
in
a
case you
confined space
didn't
with you.
know.
Would you like to leave?
No, I'd like. All right,
here
let's
we
just
go.
call.
Let's just do this. Okay,
Could you do
I'll
the
do the
intro
follow.
then?
Well, you did the intro to Bibbiani, and you got my friend killed, so I'm going to go ahead
You
and do the
got
next
my
one.
friend
And
killed.
his opponent, representing
Alec Musical.
above
These
the
are
line,
like remixes now.
part of the 2017 Rookie Team of the Year.
Oh, the beatbox remixes. I'm not usually a fan of these.
Ultimate Schmoedown winner with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats.
I'll let it slide this time, but don't make it a habit.
Drew McWeeny.
Hey, he came out on cue this time.
There's Drew. He's coming out. This is a
As he walks over Riley's dead carcass.
we've got going on here. The two of these guys, people thought this would be a championship match at one point. We got them now. I feel treated.
Titans of film journalism and trivia. That's going to be a treat indeed. Well, take it away.
All right, I'm ready to go here. Round number 1 works like this. The competitors will have 8 questions, 1 point apiece, 15 seconds to answer the
Now,
question.
because
When it is their
these
turn,
guys are
they
obviously
show
much
their
higher
whiteboard to
caliber
the
players,
camera, say it at the same
yeah, I
time.
can't imagine what they're going to make the
That's
questions.
about it. So, Ken, you ready
I'm
to
not.
go?
I'm ready.
I'm not
Then,
expecting to do
ladies
too
and
well.
gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yay!
All
Can I
right.
just say, hang on, can I just say one thing? You didn't ask if we were ready.
Are you ready?
We didn't, I didn't even get all of the rules.
He's always trying to game the system. He's trying. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Vince.
come on.
All right. All right. Well, how many times you played this game?
This would be the 18th.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and see, Drew's smiling because he's a nice person. All right, here we go. All right. So, do you really?
Ken
do more
couldn't
of the
even
movie
hold in
now?
a laugh on that one.
So, you ready to go, my lovely?
Yes.
You are.
I am now.
Drew, are you ready to
Oh
go?
my God, good to go.
All right. Then how about this? Then let's get ready.
Yay! Take 2.
All right. Number 1. This is the category of animated. Prince Philip is the prince from what Disney animated classic?
You know, in some cultures, I'm considered royalty.
Okay.
That doesn't impress you?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. That's fact.
I ignored you for that first part of it. I'm sorry. 5.
Leave it as Princess and the Frog.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Drew.
Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping Bee.
Sleeping Bee.
I can't give it to you.
Okay.
Sleeping Bee.
But I had Sleeping Beauty.
You did.
And I spelled it out.
Remember, don't forget about repeat the questions if you can't get your answers down in time. But Sleeping Bee, I can't give it to you.
AKA the stalling for time rule.
Okay, so again, remember, you can use the repeat if you can't get the answer down in the 15 seconds.
See what I mean about repeating the rules?
Okay. So, fantasy sci-fi.
Got him good there.
Your second question, Ken.
All right, guys. Name the actress that starred opposite Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig as Ella in Jon Favreau's 2011 sci-fi western Cowboys and Aliens. I saw an alien once.
Well, nice person.
Yeah. We had a good time. We shared Del Taco.
I don't know.
Can you repeat the question?
Name the actress that starred opposite Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig as Ella in Jon
when that movie
Favreau's
came out, it was gonna be such a
2011
big deal.
sci-fi western
And then-
Cowboys and Aliens.
Then we saw the movie.
4,
I can't remember her name.
2, 1. Bibbs.
Olivia Wilde.
Correct. Drew.
I am not having a day. It's Famous
Jensen. Okay, so Drew is down here. 0-2 here.
She would have been good in it, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
She wasn't there.
No.
Dramas. Dramas is your next category. Who directed 2008's The Wrestler? So far, Bibbiani strong here with a 2-point lead over the Godfather.
I thought that was a documentary for a long
You should know this, being the wrestling fan that I am, but
4,
I didn't like that movie.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Drew.
That would be Darren Aronofsky.
That's correct. He's on the board. And
Darren Aronofsky.
Darren Aronofsky again.
So 3,
Come
1
on
here
now.
as we get to the next question.
Question 4, category is horror thriller, horror thriller. In what 90s horror film will you hear the quote, "Do you like scary movies?"
Bibbiani.
I didn't write it. It
You
was
know,
some kid intern in St. Louis.
Now, if you watch Bibbiani's interview, he's a liar. Because he said he wasn't gonna question anything. He was just gonna play the game, but he's already yelling at everybody. 5, 4.
Murder gives me confidence.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Bibbs. I hope you get this one wrong. You
Scream.
got it right. Okay. And
That would be Scream.
that was Scream. Okay. They both-
You know, I'm just going to
Bibbiani's
enjoy
still
this
first,
match
perfect.
now because they're.
Action adventure is your next category for question number 5. Who played Jane Porter Clayton in 2016's The Legend of Tarzan?
I once fell from a tree while screaming. That's close
That
enough to
wildly surprising box office hit, Legend of Tarzan.
4, 3, 2, 1. Drew.
That would be Margot Robbie.
That would be correct. Bibbs.
That would also be Margot Robbie.
Wow, okay, so look at Bibbiani.
Is it
here.
Robbie or Roby?
Robbie.
Robbie.
That's what the people say. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, 6th question. The category is movie release dates. Movie
There,
release All
echo,
right.
echo.
Here's where it ends.
Spider-Man 3 was released in what year?
2000 and
Memory does not serve here.
No, not that one.
8.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bibbs.
2007?
That's
correct.
right. Yes!
And
Hold it out.
McWeeny.
I have 2007.
He has it.
That's
Darn it.
correct. All right.
6-4 though.
Bibbs
This is
still
the battle
perfect.
that we're looking for. All right, here's your next question, guys. Oscars. Which one of the following 1989 films was not nominated for Best Picture? Dead Poets Society, Field of Dreams,
Field of
Born on the
Dreams.
4th of July.
You want to go outside and have a catch?
I think it's Field of
I would love
Dreams.
to.
Dead
That'd be
Poet
nice.
Society, I'm pretty sure was in it.
Do it.
I know. Well, I'm pretty sure Born on the 4th of July because I know Cruise got the
3, 2,
nomination.
1. Pens down. Bibbs.
Field of Dreams?
I said Bibbs, and that's
You said
correct.
Bibbs.
I did.
Okay.
Oh,
that is
incorrect.
And Drew.
Then I also have it wrong.
It was
Oh,
Born on the
God.
4th of July.
That was a trick
Born on the
question
4th
because I
of
remember
July.
Cruise got
All right,
nominated
guys.
for.
Final question. This is a
Best Actor.
Patreon question. The
Did not know he
following
was-
question
was
comes
not
to you from
nominated for
Patreon
Best
supporter
Picture.
Jake Hammer.
Thank you, Jake.
So thank you, Jake, for supporting the show. The category is comedies. What comedy legend starred as Cardinal Glick in Kevin Smith's Dogma?
Speaking of Kevin Smith, great to hear that he's all right now.
Drew's looking to pick up
For
some
those that
ground
don't know,
5,
had a
opportunity.
Pretty big medical episode last week.
1. Drew.
That would be George Carlin.
That's right.
Correct. And Bibbs.
That would also be George Carlin.
Oh, so Bibbs gets it. Bibbs only missed 1. Continuing that.
Nice round.
Thank you,
William
sir.
Bibbiani has proven that he is one of the best in the first round. He has a second. It's the third round that we're going to find out if he comes to play, and he can hear
Screw
me.
you
so
too, Christian.
there we go.
Screw you too.
All right. Normally in sports, the commentators, the players can't hear you, but
Yeah,
this is
we're a little farther up.
All right, here we go. Round number 2, the wheel will come out. The competitors will spin the wheel. They can choose to spin away from the first category if they don't like it, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. But each one is worth 2 points. Unless they go to multiple choice, then it's worth 1 point. You can steal from your opponent in this round. Remember the repeats. Remember the JTE rules. You can steal, and you have 15 seconds. Bibbs, you are up right now. Would you like to go first?
I'm going to go first.
You're going to go first. Go for it.
Putting that pressure on your opponent. That's something I like going first.
Bibbiani is great at that. He has been
Man.
notoriously amazing in both the first and
There's
second
some
rounds.
funky categories on there.
The,
I see Robin
reverse
Williams.
spin. It's how I used to throw lawn jarts before they were made illegal.
Dance.
Or guns.
Oh,
it worked again for
yes.
him. It
Spinner's
worked for him.
choice.
He did it. What's he
Wow.
going to get here? What are you going for? You're going for
Or.
all right, I'll ask the questions.
Oh,
Good, because he's harder on
I
you.
would
than
wish
he
he
is
went
me.
classics. I know he's.
Okay.
I think he's better
Bibbs,
in
you got 4
classic
questions
personally.
in the realm of horror. Question 1. A businesswoman is pursued by a psychopath after being locked in a parking garage on Christmas Eve in what 2007 film?
It's P2.
That's 2 points
2
for
points.
Bibbs. Question number 2. 2001's The Others is set following the end of which war?
World War I?
It's incorrect.
It's the Civil War.
It's incorrect. World War II. World War II.
All right.
So they still had a chance there. Question 3.
Couldn't do it.
Whose directorial debut was the original The Last House on the Left?
Wes Craven.
2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1999 Stir of Echoes, Olivia Douglas hypnotizes her brother-in-law, Tom, played by whom?
It's Ileana Douglas, and she hypnotizes Kevin Bacon.
You son of a bitch. 2 points is correct. All right, so it is 13-5 as now Drew gets to go.
Nice
here.
recovery.
Spin the wheel, Drew.
He's
and
up
let's
by
see what
8,
Drew, he
so-
needs to catch up. Bibbiani, again, does what he
Cannot
does.
get
He has a nice
past.
second round, has a great first round, gets himself an 8-point lead here.
Got his category. Only missed 1. Good
Disaster movies, Meryl Streep. Like that's a
spin is in. Spin
that's
is
a
in.
funky
Solid
bunch of
spin. I
categories
love
on
that
there. That's
rotation.
probably the most
Round and round
obscure
it goes,
category
making me dizzy.
wheel
Yep,
I've
hit
seen
my
yet
dice.
Spin is in.
on
Yeah.
Schmoedown.
Yeah, you got it.
Hitchcock,
Uh-oh. Where's it go? Oh, he might hit it. He might hit it. Oh, Westerns.
Westerns is on there.
Westerns.
Probably not a thing that he's not too bad.
I don't
He's
know.
not
I
that
wouldn't.
bad.
Look at that beard. That looks like a good Western beard.
You're gonna go
He's
for
gonna
it.
stick
He's
with
going for it. All right. Westerns is where we go here with Drew McWeeny.
All right. Drew, 4 questions in this category.
Yeehaw.
Yippee-ki-yay. What classic American actor, most well known for his heroic roles, played the villain in Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West?
Henry Fonda.
That's correct for 2
Seriously?
points.
There you go.
Clint Eastwood plays a former lawman who hunts down the men who left him to die after accusing him of rustling a herd of cattle in what 1960s Western?
That would be Hang 'em High.
That's correct. 2 more points.
There you go.
All right. We have got third question here. Third question. John Wayne teams up with what Hollywood legend to steal a large shipment of gold in 1967's The War Wagon?
I'm going to go for multiple choice.
A. Dean Martin. B. Kirk Douglas. C. Jimmy Stewart. D. Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
5, 4, 3.
I'm going to go for B.
Oh,
That's correct. Kirk Douglas. 1 point.
Wow.
used that
Final
incorrect.
question here in this round. What actor starred as the title character in the 1966 spaghetti western Django and also made a cameo appearance in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained?
The man, Franco Nero.
That is correct.
And
2
look
points.
at that. Drew McWeeny within 1. And this is what we were hoping to get. Round number 3. The competitors will pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20. They will have a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer to close it out. All right, Bibbiani, you go first. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
All right, we're going to crowdsource this. What number should I pick? 4. I heard a 4.
All right.
A 5.
4, 5.
7.
4,
5,
5,
Pick 2.
7.
Drew.
No one to blame but the
We're going to do
audience.
9,
Right.
3, and 12.
9, 3, and 12. All right, so Drew's going to try to take the lead here with the first question. Ken.
All right, your first question. You chose number 9. Your 2-point question will be in the category of classics. Classics, something you've shown a strength of in before. 2 points. Name the 1962 movie with the following characters: Prince Faisal, Sheriff Ali, and Auda Albi Tai.
It's Auda Albutai, and he is a river to his people in Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, you got 2 points.
Correcting me, that's I take that correction. I'm learning from a master.
That's right. Drew McWeeny goes up here, and now we get to the Beast, who has now picked number 4, and that's disaster films. Which year saw the release of the disaster film 2012?
2012.
The film 2012 came out in which year?
2012.
Oh, that is incorrect. 2009. 2009.
It was,
That's
it was
a
a
bull-
warning. It was a warning.
What a
for
baloney
mankind.
question that
Are you
was.
challenging that question?
No, I'm not challenging like this.
Okay.
It's
so-
just a stupid.
That was a stupid question.
Stupid thing.
It's a stupid
thing.
All right, so
You can see
I
where
agree,
was coming from.
Bibbs.
now
You
we
have my
get to
support
your
on that
number
one.
5.
And it's
Your
not just
number
because
5?
I'm wearing your shirt.
90s movie.
That's a baloney curveball.
Okay. In 1994's The Pagemaster, young Richard befriends 3 anthropomorphic books. Name one of the 3 that he befriends.
The name of the book, not the actors.
The type of book.
Adventure.
That's 1. These are horror, adventure, or fantasy. He got it for 3 points. Now we bounce back to
Voiced by the great Patrick Stewart.
Drew McWeeny.
All right,
sir.
Drew, for your 3-point question, you chose the number 3. Number 3, that corresponds to the category of Oscar movies.
How fitting.
3 points coming in. Stanley Kubrick has been nominated for Best Director 4 times.
Dr.
Name
Strangelove.
2 of the movies he was nominated for.
Here's my Oscar blind spot. I'm going to
Dr.
go
Strangelove.
for
5,
Clockwork Orange
3.
and
2.
2001.
That is correct.
Ah,
that is
Drew
correct.
taking the lead. So we come down to the 5-pointer for Bibbiani once again in the 3rd round. If he hits it, it bounces back to Drew, who has a chance to win it.
Come on.
But if he misses it, Drew McWeeny will beat Bibbiani. Here we go, Bibbs, number 7. Number 7 is what you picked. 5-pointer here in the realm of biopics.
Oh.
Biopics. Which Oscar-winning actor played Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky in Frida? Five,
Gonna go with
3.
Ben Kingsley.
And
Oh.
your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Godfather, Drew McWeeny. The answer is Jeffrey Rush. Jeffrey Rush. So Drew does it. Bibbiani can't get past the 3rd round curse again. He started out so strong in that 1st round, the 2nd round, and that 3rd round is just a hump for poor Bibbs there. But man, what a match. That was everything that I
How
was hoping it would
can,
be.
how can a player that good get that
industry
damn
movie trivia,
unlucky?
film journalism, and they showed what they know there. Sometimes you just hit blind spots. Maybe Bibbs will get over. What'd you call it? The hump for Bibbs?
Yeah.
That sounds like a hashtag movement we can all get behind. And I really respect both of these guys, but Drew really landed down today.
Yeah, all right, so now we're going to hear from Emma Fife, who is both with Drew McWeeny and William Bibbiani.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Emma Fife here with the victorious
Emma.
Drew McWeeny. Drew,
Emma, what in the world are you
congratulations
wearing?
on your win today, man.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Listen, William Bibbiani is a pretty
Tough
competitor.
player.
Made me sweat. A lot.
I mean,
Yep.
and going into round, you got off to a slow start in round 1.
I did. I needed to wake up a little, and fear will do that.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Fear kicked into gear, and then
that will the adrenaline starts going, and then the brain goes, oh yeah, you're actually in front of a camera.
That's
you
true.
might want to do this now.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you totally crushed that Western category.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hate to
Uh-oh.
I just want to say, Drew.
Yes, sir.
Good game.
Thank you.
I got you a little something. If you don't mind.
Okay.
There you go. Thanks.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what this means.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be careful about eating anything that Bibbiani gives you. We all saw what happened to Mark Riley there.
I'll just take this
earlier.
for when I'm playing with my grandkids.
So, yeah. Anyway, so clearly a very well-earned victory today, if
Thank
I do
you.
say so myself. Now, what is your plan moving forward? You're somebody who has been a really strong competitor in the Schmoedown, and you and Bibbiani have both had some hiccups on the way to really exploiting your own greatness, and today you took a big step towards that. So what's next?
Well, I will say this. I think that the run that I had in Above the Line with Sam really kind of crystallized some things for me, which is it's more fun to win than to lose. And that's a weird thing that I just realized playing with him. So, yeah, I plan to win this season. So I'm going to be nice about it, and I'm going to come and I'm going to have fun with each competitor, but I will crush them one by one.
I see. So before you get a chance at taking a crack at Sam Levine, if he is in fact still the champion by the time you get through your next competitor, who are you planning on taking on next?
Well, I know March 15th they're doing the big live event, and
They are.
I will be watching because I am very curious. I have never gone up against Roca, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I think Roca is somebody that you kind of have to go up against if you're going to be in the league.
Absolutely.
It's sort of a rite of passage. And on the other hand, if JTE wins, that'll be good because it's time for me to beat him.
Well, I mean, speaking of, we haven't actually seen you in the Schmoedown since the Spectacular when you and Sam, your partner, tried to take down the Patriots. What's going on with Above the Line? Are you guys still after the Patriots?
Oh, we're just living off all the mad cash we made from that victory and that near victory.
Yes.
It wasn't even, it was just the endorsement deals, really.
Right,
and
right,
so
naturally.
yeah, we've just been in Vegas living it up.
Oh, good.
I figure at some point we'll get back to it. Maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, if you've just been living it up in Vegas, you probably just have lots of time to watch movies on your hotel room
Yep.
TVs.
Team Sexy Ass Beard.
All right. Well, excellent. So either JTE or Roca then. Now let me ask you this. We have a match coming up with Sam Levine going up against Rachel Cushing. What are your thoughts?
Well, look, Sam's my team partner.
Of course.
And it's ride or die. Like Sam and I, that is a real partnership. I'm never going to roll on that. But I will say this. Rachel Cushing is scary. And Rachel Cushing is a competitor no one should take lightly. She is absolutely to be feared in this league. So I think Sam is taking it very seriously.
Well, I
We already
assume
know that.
Rachel is as well, and that will certainly be a compelling match to watch in any case. Well, congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you again, Drew. I always love to see you succeed. In
It's
the,
always nice to
Schmoedown
see you,
here.
Emma, and killing it this season.
Well, thank
killing
you.
it.
Thank
All right.
you very much. We will be right back with the Beast, William Bibbiani. And we are back with William the Beast Bibbiani.
Hi.
Now, Bibbs, let me just say something right off the bat. You are one of the best, if not the best, round one competitor in the entire league.
Yeah.
And it just always seems like it's round 3 that you get tripped up. You get dealt a bad hand. I mean, this time you even pulled the audience for your numbers.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of theory as to why this may be?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, it was a great match.
He's
It
so
was a close
dejected.
match as to be expected. It, of course, came down to the final question. Nobody would have expected it to go any other way, and you had a leg up on Drew McWeeny in round 1, had a great round 2, and then it just, didn't quite go your way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, what's your plan moving forward? You gonna focus more on teams? You got Whitney. You guys are a team, and you did okay when you debuted. I mean, you lost, but it was okay. You're still are both know a lot about movies.
Teams.
Okay, maybe gonna make the crossover into a more specialized league, like to maybe take on Inner Geekdom or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
so sad.
It's a real shame to see you like this, William Bibbiani, because I know you were trying to turn over a new leaf, focus less on being arrogant and more on showcasing your skills. And again, you never fail to disappoint every single time you compete here in the Schmoedown. You always put up a great fight. And unfortunately, the fighting doesn't seem to be quite enough. Well, do you have any other comments, future plans, more people you're gonna poison and murder, or well, all right then. My condolences, William Bibbiani. I am sure that we will see you here in the Schmoedown again, even if we're not actually really getting any verbal confirmation from you that is going to be the case. Now back to you, Christian and Ken.
Look, obviously you see McWeeny there. How about McWeeny throwing the challenge down to the winner of JTE or Roca, whoever wins that match there on March 15th. That's going to be the live event, March 15th. The live event between the main event will be John Roca, Little Evil JTE winner. Apparently the challenge is out there from Drew McWeeny. And on the undercard, someone that you saw earlier today on this match, Josh McCouga, he will be teaming up with his partner, Elliot Dewberry, the Wildberries against the Real Rejects. Look, you hear from Bibbs, and then he's obviously a little disappointed there, too. And Emma kind of threw it. Would we see more in teams? It looks like Bibbs might throw his focus towards teams. He might want to try to come back in singles. Maybe he goes out for Inner Geekdom. Bibbiani is, it's all it is with Bibbs right now, it's bad luck, because you look how solid he is as a player. I mean, it's amazing.
Look, I'd never count out Bibbs.
No.
Look what he did today. He killed a man. He's dangerous
Right.
at all
Right.
times. So I never count him out. Team, singles, he is one of the mainstay players.
No, and don't listen, right now Bibbs stands at 3-4, but there was another player that was 3-4 and went on a huge run and is now the singles champion of the world, and that's
true.
Sam Levine. So and he lost his first match of season 5.
But he had to
Season
run
was
a
season
complete
4,
tournament
and
to do
wanted have
that,
a
so
big
he
run. I
could
still
rack
think
up
Bibbs is
wins
gonna
a
have
whole lot quicker.
Big run this season. Look out for him.
Yeah, it's
and
not-
guys, that was the match. Thank you
Technically
so much
it's true,
for
but it's
both.
not really a
The
fair
Patreon
comparison.
match that you saw earlier today
You know,
between Scarpino
Sam was able
and
to rack
Kuga,
off
the
4 wins in a span of a
live event
month.
that's happening. Become a patron today.
Without
There's
the
so much we
tournament,
have
that
going
would
on. And
take
like I
about
mentioned, March
a year
15th, the
to rack up
live
4
event.
straight wins
It
in
is happening at
singles.
the El Portal Theater. If you are here, if you are in Los Angeles, if you are not, come on, drive
Which
over
is
and come
the,
see us. It is
demoralizing
the
thing
first
about
big
it.
live event that we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It was okay calling the match next to you.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't understand why a grown man smells like tuna fish.
Tuna
but
fish.
I'm okay with it. We're going to be
That's fine.
fine.
Well, I just ate a sandwich.
That's a reference to a movie.
Oh.
2 points if you get it. All right.
All right. That was nice. Bye.
What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and the Godfather tames the beast. It's the Schmoedown Breakdown. William Bibbiani started off strong, missing 1 question in the first round. That broke a 3-game streak of going 8 of 8 in the first round. But in the second round, McWeeny closed the gap and outscored the Beast 7-6. Now, when a player wins a second round, they have gone on to win 70% of the matches in the past. And that's what happened here.
You're trying too hard with them
Once again
stats,
falters in the
stats,
final
Janish.
round. McWeeny earns the 17th comeback win in Schmoedown singles history. And looking at their numbers, both players correctly answered 11 of 15 questions, but the determining
They were
factor was in
completely
the third round,
even
as it so often
on
is.
accuracy.
Bibbiani is now 9 of 18 lifetime in the final round, whereas McWeeny, he is 8 of 10 lifetime in the final round. For all things Schmoedown stats, go to SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and don't forget the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on
Throwdown
iTunes
with
and YouTube.
Bibbiani. That's going
This
to be
week,
awkward.
We're talking to the beast himself.
It's going to be very
William
awkward.
Bibbiani. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis, we've taken over the production. Basically, you guys have 16 tiers to choose from. We're trying to give back to the fans. Go and check it out right there. If you want to support the Schmoedown by becoming a patron today, go ahead and do it. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you've given us. And yeah, there's some really crazy tiers in there. I'd love to get your opinions on it. Now, go enjoy the match. Go, do it. It's a good match.
I already enjoyed the match. Well, one of them at least. Here we go again. God, this is just, it's just the same old song and dance, sadly. He plays great. He plays phenomenal and just can't get the job done. Bibbiani, I'm gonna support you till the end of time. It's just unfortunate. I wish you could get the wins to back up the and vouch for all the knowledge that you have. Just oh well. It's always next time. All right. So they pretty much laid the groundwork. We pretty much both know where both guys are going from here. So yeah, can't wait to see what's going to come with the Schmoedown. Obviously, March is going to be a very jam-packed month of competition. We're going to have 2 title matches, another 5-way in the Inner Geekdom, and yeah, this is going to be a very stacked month of Schmoedown competition. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Follow me on Twitter at WWJTH1. Join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. And if you can, support the Schmoedown on their Patreon page. But until next time, this is JTH saying until next time, thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.